Yo, what up? This is Mike Brown, and this is The Art of Letting Go. Letting go, letting go. Yeah, man. So today, I wanted to talk about my trip back home, homecoming, both New Orleans and Xavier. For me, it felt like a pilgrimage back to my motherland. You know, I've been living so much since I moved from New Orleans, since I moved from Houston, and the last couple of years of my life have felt very fast. As I'm talking right now, I'm thinking about a year ago was when this podcast started, you know, and it has been challenging. Sometimes it can be discouraging just because you don't know the effect that things are having on people, and you know, not even for that reason, but just being so caught up in your own shit. A lot of times I'm caught up in my own shit, so I don't even really pay attention to what this podcast is doing. And I'm very appreciative of everyone that listens, and everyone that has told me how much it helps them and has shared it with someone else and all of that good stuff. Because at homecoming, I really got to feel that. I really got to feel the effect that me living my life has on other people. You know, I cried at homecoming. I cried because I felt like for a long time I've been fighting to be myself, and when I was at the tailgate in that one moment, I felt most myself, and it made me feel very emotional because it made me recognize my growth, you know, and being there with my friends, and you know, being there with my boyfriend, being there with blonde hair. All of that meant a lot to me, because it has been very scary to me to be me. And you know, that may sound confusing, but it's very real. For a long time I was scared to be myself. Now I'm out here not giving a fuck, and trying to put that into everything that I do, and trying to share that energy with everybody that I encounter, because that's the best thing we can do in this life, man, is be ourselves. And you know, you don't always have to know who that person is. I think the more living and the more experiencing you do, the more you peel back those layers and figure out who that person is. I'm still doing a lot of work in my life. There's still a lot of things that I'm working on, and I appreciate everyone that helps me see who I am today and not be so focused on who I was. You know, when I went to Houston, my mom, shout out to my mom, because she wanted to have a bonfire while I was there, because she knows that's what I do when I'm in Los Angeles. And I think, you know, my mom really wants to feel connected to what I'm doing. So I appreciate her having that and letting me lead it. I know for sure I let my fear almost stop me from doing it. I was very scared because, you know, a lot of times the most judgmental people of me, I feel, are probably my family, you know, or I felt at one point in my life, because that's how we are with each other. You know, I recognize just how we communicate with each other has been so toxic over the years, and I'm really trying to change that in the best ways I know how, and it's tough, but we all are working towards that, and eventually we all will figure it out. But I was saying all that to say, you know, we did this bonfire, and my energy was scared, so it made me very defensive, and I really thought about acting just off emotion, and I knew it would have turned into a negative experience. And just the way the universe works, and it was so crazy because that same morning I went see my grandmother's plot. Rest in peace to my grandmother. And I kept seeing bees and just insects just all around where I was at in the cemetery. And when I was at home, my mom asked me if I felt a cold breeze while I was there, and I didn't feel a cold breeze. But when we started setting up this bonfire, I felt a cold breeze. It was a trip, and I felt like, that was my grandmother showing me that, if this is what I want, then to really do it. Because it's been times where, shit, is a big fucking dog in the yard. Oh my gosh. Damn, sorry for that interruption. A big ass dog just just ran across the motherfucking yard. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but shit, I don't even know where I left off at. That was very distracting. But all in all, we did have a very successful bonfire. Everybody gave up something except for my sister. And I'll be honest, that kind of bothered me a little bit. It bothered me because everybody has shit that they want to let go of, and I felt like that was the opportunity. I tried to create some safety in the spaces that I'm in. So when people aren't open to it, I'm always curious as to what's going on with them. But she's not a very open person, so that's not really an approachable conversation to have with her. Still trying to figure out, and not even figure out, but trying to work family relationships to the best of my ability and to help them grow. Not the person, but the relationship that I have with that person. That's on them. If they want to grow or not, I respect where everybody is at. But yeah, man, homecoming was a very wild experience. I really enjoyed myself, and I really enjoyed experiencing everything that I experienced this entire trip. If you want me to continue that story, at some point I'll probably listen back to this podcast and I can share it with you. If you are looking to find me online, you can find me at Just Mike Brown on all social media. You can find me at primomiguel.com for all music, for all endeavors that I have going right now. You can find Alfpha at Alpha_presents on all social media. And you can find this podcast at The Art of Letting Go Podcast on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and now on Google Play Music. So we everywhere. So there's no excuses to not hear what we talking about. Plus it's good conversation, and I know you'll enjoy it. December 30th, we will be having a bonfire at the beach. More details coming soon, but just to celebrate 2018, the year that we experienced, the good times, the lessons, and to also let go of anything that you want to leave with the end 2018 in order to progress in 2019. It's all about growth and learning and keeping on the journey, keeping it going. This has been Mike Brown, and this is The Art of Letting Go. I appreciate y'all so much for listening. I really do. Peace.